was to give you and I a family. So if we're missing a father, you'll have fathers in this house. So if you're missing a mother, you'll have mothers in this house. If you're missing a brother, you'll have brothers in this house. If you're missing a sister, you'll have sisters in this house. If you're missing children, you'll have children in this house. God wants to complete you and me this morning. He wants to wrap His love around you, pull you into His arms to love you, and then set you free into a loving church family so that you can be a part, so you can feel like you've been somewhere and done something. You got to remember, when Paul wrote to the church of Ephesus, they were having a tough time. He said, listen guys, you got it made. You're a part of a group of people that's loving you and caring for you and helping you. So why are you trying to stay on the outskirts? You got to get on the inskirts. As our friend said a while ago, are you in or are you in? You just can't be in, a little in. You got to be all the way in. And that's what happens with a lot of people. We come to church, but we're not in the church. We attend church, but we're not involved in the church. Try that at your house sometimes. Just kind of go home. Don't talk to anybody. Don't do anything. And see what happens. And you talk about a house being demolished quickly, it will be demolished quickly. You talk about problems, there's problems. Now this is not an experiment I want you to try. I just want you to think it through first. If I go home and do nothing, what will that leave me? Big trouble. So what makes you think that you can come around the love of God, around the family of God, and not do anything and figure out it's going to work out okay? See, membership has its privileges. And when you get involved in God's love, and you get involved in God's family, that's when you know you've done something. Because life gets good. Even when life is rough, it's still good. Because there's a hope and there's a promise that He gives us. And God never breaks His promise. I want to encourage you today. If you have never really sold out to the love of God, you need to. It'll change your life. The things you used to love, you'll hate. The things you used to hate, you'll love. And life's good. If you've never been involved in the church family, you're just kind of hip-hopping around and visiting, you're missing out. You need to get plugged in so that God can grow you, so that God can enable you. But the best part, so God can fill you with His presence and with His power so that you can walk with confidence and boldness in your life. God has a word for you today. It's called love. And the only thing you have to do is receive it. But in order for you to receive it, you're going to have to do some things to receive His love. And I think the best way for me to explain that this morning is for me to show you a video that will best explain where you're at with God and how you can come to know God.